You know, I struggled to figure out how to start this week's video, and then I thought, hey, why not start with a team that couldn't even muster 50 points this week? Hey, Dane, you okay, buddy? Because the backfield bunnies got 48 points. The only thing you outscored Dusk in was tight end, and the irony of that is lost on no one. Meanwhile, Dusk had Andrew Luck and Odell Beckham Jr. finally go off for a week. Dane, Dusk gave it to you like a pack of werewolves usually gives it to Dusk. Then there's the fumbling Foxhounds, who just snuck by the Alaskan Arctics thanks to Alfred Blue? He's still in the league? Poor Mallow, can't catch a break. Kind of like Julio Jones can't catch a pass. But don't feel too bad for the Arctics. Their bench is so terrible that even if they had set a perfect lineup, it wouldn't have helped. In our other close, but much, much sadder game of the week, the Blues pull off an incredible victory against the Otters because Drew Brees is literally the greatest passer of all time. I mean, neither of these teams could break 80 points, but Albaz still gets the win. Rivy, I know you thought you were screwed when you figured out you had to play against Drew Brees the night he was literally going to break the NFL record for passing yards and enter the 500 touchdown club. But I want to let you know, from the bottom of my heart, that's not true. You were screwed when you had to pick between Blake Bortles and Kirkovich Cousins. Next up, our last two champions played against one another. Icing the Liquor won, and oh my god, the Jacksonville Foxes have lost 4 straight. Aggro, there's no way you're still cursed from that first video, right? I made one comment about how you were going to tear this league up, and now you're 1-4. You played Kenny Stills and Alshon Jeffrey, #1 wide receivers for both of their teams, and they got outscored by George Kittle, a tight end who's receiving passes from a guy who looks like he should be managing a Best Buy somewhere in rural Kansas. Congratulations to Teo, though, for getting the win and managing to bench Isaiah Crowell in what will inevitably the greatest game of his sad, sad Jets career. And hey, congratulations to both the Jay Cutler Hate Zone and the Swishing Foxtails for being two of the only teams in this godforsaken league to roster 2 quarterbacks and actually start the right one. Also, double congrats to Callie for starting Alex Smith and winning. But when you have James Conner and Saquon Barkley on your team, you're kind of expected to win, even when you start sad, sad Alex Smith. And that's all the games we're talking about this week. Bye. Fine. We will talk about the fact that Mutopia Nubbins is undefeated. We will talk about how Todd Gurley is a beast. We will talk about how Eric Ebron finally learned how to catch a fucking football. I mean, don't get me wrong, thanks for getting out of the NFC North before you did it. And we will talk about how Diz had 3 players score over 19 points and still lost because Oreo put up 142. Fucking just... Would one of you assholes beat him already? And that's all for this week. The Washington Capitals are still Stanley Cup champions. Good luck this week, and as always, DFTBA. Hey guys, so comedy aside for a minute, I wanted to say thank you to each and every one of you. When I started this league 8 years ago now, it was supposed to be a fun league. It was something that was going to teach a few people who had never played fantasy football how to play with some folks who had done it before. And when it started to turn into something a little more competitive and a little more involved, I was really nervous when I said I was going to start charging dues, even if the money was going to get donated to charity. I mean, I know a lot of you are in a lot of leagues, you pay out a lot of money in some of those leagues, and I didn't want to put one more financial burden on you. But sure enough, every single person stepped up, and you continue to this day, including all the new people that have joined in. So tonight we donated $120 to the Jimmy V Foundation for Cancer Research. Every dollar of that goes to help cancer patients. It goes to fund new research and find new ways to cure this horrible disease. And a part of that is because each and every one of you paid your dues and play this silly game where I put on a stupid mask every week and make fun of you for making bad decisions about football. So thank you, and DFTBA.